And what do you know, just like that, it's the third episode of the recording session. Welcome back. I am your host, MegaShadowFist, and, to Passive Survival, if you couldn't tell by the title, which I'm assuming that if you can read English, you would know what the title is. Unless you can't read English, in which case you probably, or even understand English for that matter, you probably have no idea what I'm saying, in which case, what are you doing watching my videos? No, well, actually, I've done that from time to time. Like, I've watched, it's no secret that there are commentators who do stuff in, other languages. Sometimes I'll watch, videos in, a language, I don't understand, just cuz. Because, I explained this in Mega Test number, I believe it was number 4 when I did D-Force. You'd be surprised at how much... What was I going to do? I was going to do something. Oh, yeah, wheat farm. You'd be surprised at how much language, isn't really, how much of a story you can understand by not really even understanding. If you watch, a movie in, another language, you'll pretty much, even if you didn't have subtitles, you'll pretty much... Cal, what the fuck are you doing here? You'll pretty much understand what's going on, no problem. Oh, I need to get a hoe. I mean, you won't understand everything, but you can pretty much figure out the general gist of the story without really, understanding stuff. Because, I've done this before, because, for those of you who don't know, I studied Chinese. I went to, during the summer of summer of 2012, just before my senior year of high school, I went to a program called Star Talk. Ooh, you have Ender Chest now. That must have been added in the update. Program called Star Talk at Virginia Commonwealth University, which is in Richmond, which is about 2 hours from me hometown, I suppose you would call it. And I went there for the Chinese program, and ever since then I've wanted to learn Chinese. There are two languages that I would become fluent in, it would be Chinese and Japanese, honestly. I don't know why I used too cool, that's kind of a waste. But whatever, the case may be. And so, I, watched, stuff in, raw Chinese, with, raw Mandarin Chinese, without, any subtitles, just to see how much of it, I can pick up. How much of the words that I can understand myself. And, oopsies. And, needless to say, there's not a lot that I can really understand. I'm still pretty much a beginner at it. I know enough to, get by and everything, but, that's about as far as it'll go. Let me go to sleep. Let me get a drink. That's better. Excuse me. But, yeah, you'd be surprised at, how much... I wanted to get a hoe. You'd be surprised at how much, you can pick up without even really, knowing a language. My mom did this, she had this, phase back in, it was, middle school for me, where she really, really wanted to learn Spanish for whatever reason. She started getting back into it, but, when she got Rosetta Stone, so this must have been, 8th grade for me. Let me use these to break them for whatever. I don't know, I don't want to use tools for some reason. Excuse me. She would watch, what is it, Univision, and, there are, two Spanish-speaking channels that you can generally access in the United States. There's, Univision and I can't remember what the other one was, but she would watch those. She would watch, Sesame Street in Spanish, where it was, Plaza Sesamo and stuff, and, some random Spanish soap operas. Yeah, the same case applies. Well, where did I get on that subject? Oh, yeah, I was talking about, watching stuff in, other languages. That was pretty interesting. I mean, aside from, Chinese and Japanese, those are, two languages, especially Chinese, that, I'm going to try my hardest to actually become fluent in before I, kick the bucket. But, whatever the case may be, if there are any other languages that I ever felt like I want to learn, Russian would be one. I took 4 years of Spanish in high school. I'm not really exactly fluent in it. I remember, there's, this picture, there's this Vine, right? I saw it on Facebook because someone shared it on my Facebook page. Someone shared it, and I saw it on my Facebook feed. It was like, it was titled like trying to like speak Spanish like after like 2 years of high school. Like this guy, he went to like I believe it was some sort of like Mexican restaurant type thing, like sort of like a Chipotle, but like it was I think it was probably like locally owned. And he's like, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" And then like the cashier is like, "Oh yeah, hola, ¿cómo estás?" And then she starts speaking like in like super crazy Spanish. She's like, "Okay, no, just stop, just stop." If I remember to, I'll link the Vine in the description so that you guys can see it. It was pretty funny. Like, it's something that you could only really understand if like you took a foreign language in high school, because foreign languages in high school generally are not very good. For where I'm from, I'm from Northern Virginia. Although I'm not like there now, because if you haven't read my channel description, or if this is your first video for my channel, welcome to my channel. I say this all the time. I probably beat it to death. Any veteran viewers will probably get like annoyed by this because I mention it so much. But I'm from Northern Virginia, and I go to college. Oopsies! I go to college out of state in Florida. And so like where I'm from, the requirement is that you have to take either 3 years of one foreign language or 2 years of two foreign languages. So like say you took 2 years of Spanish and you're like, I don't like Spanish. It's okay, you can go and take you can go ahead and take 2 years of German or French or Italian. My specialty program at my high school, or one of the specialty programs at my high school, was and so well, I'm giving like really big hints about where I'm from. You can easily figure out where I'm from now. Ooh, oopsies, whatever. I don't care. It's not like you'll figure out where I am pinpoint exactly. Ooh. Anyway, whatever the case may be, or maybe you can. Cause like I was like watching the creatures, like the Creature Hub, and the reason that like they didn't do like a second house tour is because people took the information that they gathered from the first house tour back in their old house, and then like they found the address to their house and they legitimately went to their house, which is really crazy, honestly. So, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, that's for an advanced diploma. I think you only need to take 2 years of a foreign language in order for a standard, but I got an advanced diploma. And for the specialty program at my high school, well, because the specialty program, a lot of people, what was I going? I forgot what I was going to do, but because it was so, like, it had more foreign languages. Like, my high school had more AP classes than the other high schools in the county, and it had more foreign languages, obviously, but because I was in school, I had to take 4 years of foreign languages, not just a general 3. And I remember, well, I took Spanish 1 in 8th grade, because the way that it worked, you could take Spanish 1 in 8th grade, and so long as you were in advanced English, or whatever they called it in middle school. I can't remember. I believe it's just like advanced. Once I got into high school, they called like non-advanced advanced classes that weren't AP. They would just call them pre-AP or something like that. And generally, like most pre-AP classes would get weighted the same as your standard classes, but some pre-AP classes like functions, analytical trigonometry, which is what I took after I took Algebra 2 Trig during my junior year of high school. That was weighted on a 4.5 scale. Generally, AP classes were weighted on a 5.0 scale, which is why my GPA for my senior year of high school, because like I told you, I don't know if I said this, but like I graduated with like a 3.7 GPA, which is not very good, honestly. I could have done better, but there are other things. My senior year of high school, like the GPA that I got for my senior year of high school is like a 4.3 or something like that because of all the AP classes and everything. Because I got an A in everything except for AP Physics class and AP Calculus, which I got like a B plus in. So because those weighted on a 5.0 scale, those were essentially A's as well. So I got like a 4.3 GPA for that. That's enough about GPA talk. I remember... I can't remember... let's see, now I need to figure out what I need to do. Because I did pretty much everything that I wanted to do. I don't know, I don't think I'm going to make a sheep farm. I'm not going to make a sheep farm, I don't think. Whatever the case may be. Let's probably just collect some sand while we're at it, eh? Find like a random spot, like, and then just start collecting sand. But like, what was I saying? If I remember correctly, what was I gonna say though? Like, it was probably gonna be something like, because like I remember like for my specialty program, in order to graduate like a specialty diploma, you had to get like 100 points or whatever. You had to get like 100 points total, right? At least that's what they told us, right? And so I guess that, I think honestly, because I graduated with like the diploma from my specialty program, it was kind of pointless. Like, I think that was only really meant to like scare like little kid, like the freshmen or whatever. Because like honestly, like after freshman, like because like the program had like a lot of like events, like they had like car washes to like what is it to what do you call it, to boost sales, like for like you know, third world countries. And then like they had the annual banquet, which is interesting. Like, you go to like the dinner and they would have it set up so that you know, you picked like a random like card out of like a basket, and you get like third world, you know, sort of like second world and first world. Me and my mother, like, third world was like the largest group, second world was like second largest, and first world was obviously like the largest. And like depending on like your class, that would determine your dinner. And me and my sister and my mother, we got third world. So we got dirty water, which is basically unflavored green tea, which wasn't that bad of an idea because I prefer, although it's cold. I don't know, I consider myself I consider myself a tea enthusiast. Like, when it comes to green tea, though, I prefer it unflavored, but hot. Green tea is hot. Red tea, generally, I prefer cold, iced, and sweetened. And then, like, black tea is best for, like, you know, like, English-style tea. Because English-style tea is actually pretty good, I've learned. And then boba tea, or bubble tea, as it's colloquially known as, if that's the right word, is interesting. Is pretty good as well. It's a tea that came from Taiwan. It basically has like tapioca balls in it, and has like it's really good. You have to try it out for yourself. I'm gonna put like, no, I'm probably gonna collect this anyway, but I better get back to my house so that I can sleep. And then like second world got like, they got meat and stuff, and then the third world got like meat and cake. My dad got first world, right? So he got like a legitimate dinner, right? And so like after that banquet, we were pretty disappointed. So like we had to get like some more food to eat because, you know, we got like a plate of rice and like cold dirty water, or like cold green tea. So needless to say, us spoiled first-class people, we were like, we're gonna go get something to eat. But my dad, even though he got first class, he still got something to eat because I'm not gonna get into that. But whatever the case may be, and like it was really devastating too, because like they had like cake, right? And like it was a really big cake, and not everyone in the first class got to finish it. And so like, it was to represent the amount of food that's wasted in the first world, so they took all the uneaten cake, instead of like giving it to like us, they just threw it away. You know, it's like to show like it was supposed to represent all the wasted food that like we as first world people experience. Like, I'm assuming that you're in the first world if you have internet and you're watching and you have time to watch YouTube videos. You're more than likely first world, I'm assuming. Or at least very privileged in a third world country. Whatever the case may be, it's almost the end of the episode, so I'm going to do, as I usually do, end it with an awkward pause.